And he said that in his biennial state of the state address. It's the first major, it being House Bill 3, is the first major rewrite of school finance laws undertaken without the threat of a court order, and puts a stop to decades of patchwork fixes by creating a more equitable public education system. So again, we have to thank all of our representatives, including Representative Symphonia Thompson, for co-authoring, for being a co-sponsor in this bill. Because you just heard it. Oftentimes we get changes when it's a court order, right? And it's last minute, and so nobody likes being forced to do anything. Nobody likes a court order being levied over their heads, saying that a district court has required them to do something. So the fact that the House representatives got this deal passed overwhelmingly, I tell you, it speaks well for where we are. I'm not a huge fan of Governor Greg Abbott in some respects, but I couldn't agree more that in his declaration of education finance reform being a state of emergency, I couldn't agree more. So I'm excited about the trajectory of this bill. I'm excited to see where we're going regarding that. I can't wait to get Wanda's take on it when she comes back, because she always has inside information about things that are going on regarding the districts and how it's going to affect our babies around this state. So I'm excited to see and to get more information regarding that. But we are headed in the right direction, I tell you. But there's something else that happened. And Dr. Kier, we got this. We were sent this article regarding something that's coming out of Austin yet again, right? By a friend of ours who shout out to Vincent Powell, who's an alum of this great university, and he used to intern right here at KTSU 90.9 because he was a School of Communications major. But he's still very much connected to the university and to what's going on in Houston, even though he is receiving his master's degree at USC right now. He sent us an article about a Texas lawmaker who reintroduced a bill to allow death penalty for women who have abortions. Again, I'll say that one more time. There's a bill that was introduced, right? Reintroduced, rather, thank you, to allow women who have abortions to get the death penalty.
Maximum. So, I take issue with that. I feel like we have to be very careful. This isn't for everyone listening, and those who aren't, pass it along to those who don't listen to the station. We have to encourage the people in your community, in your workplace, and everything to consider who they're voting for when they put people in office, and what do these people stand for. A lot of people run on their personal platforms or their the platforms they run on are aligned with sometimes very extreme measures, and you need to know what people are running on. And this seems to be a not just a personal issue, but it's aligned with a lot of the things we hear coming out of even federal government about anti-abortion laws and what that looks like. And I am my personal opinion is that we personally don't have heaven or hell to put anyone in. That's just my personal opinion. I really feel very strongly that there are situations that we cannot control, and everyone that actually has an abortion is not downright evil. You know what I mean? So we have to be very wise and extend grace when we think about the laws that are coming and how we're applying those laws. And so this law seems to be a very extreme measure. I don't